You are all highly welcome to this class. We are going to move on with our lessons. Today's lesson is lesson 12 and the class is SS3 class. This is SS3 mathematics class. I will move on to lesson 12. In this lesson 12, we are going to see laws of logarithms. We're going to see the laws of logarithm. The laws of logarithm goes hand in hand with laws of indices. So we are going to be comparing laws of indices with laws of logarithm. It will help a lot. And we are going to start with laws of logarithm. I'm going to give you about 4 laws. Today's class is going to be very brief. I will give you the laws. Perhaps we may even solve one example. Then in the next class, we'll solve more examples. In the laws of logarithm, we have the multiplication law. Just as in indices, we have the multiplication law. That is how we have multiplication law for log of logarithm. They go hand in hand. So we have the law of multiplication. Let me compare them now. In indices, we said if you have x raised to the power of a times x raised to the power of b, this is multiplication law. What do? We pick one of these bases, and since it is multiplication, we add the powers. Now let me compare this with the law of logarithm. Law of logarithm, this is how we go. Log mn. What are we seeing here? This is multiplication. Mn means m times n. Log m times n. Times is multiplication, just as we have multiplication here. There's going to be a slight difference, but there's going to be so much similarity. Now, mn means multiplication, so if you are multiplying, you add the logarithm. Here, if you are multiplying, you add the powers. Here, we don't have powers to add. It's the logarithm we add. So, this is going to be log mn is equals to log m plus log n. Just as in logarithm, if you are multiplying, you add the powers. That is how in indices, you are multiplying, you add the powers. That is how in logarithm, if you are multiplying, you add the logarithm, not the powers. That's why I said there's a slight difference and there's so much similarity. So when we pick an example, you will see it practically. Let's move to the second one. Let me call this one the first one here. This is the first one. Let's move to the second one. I said it's 4 things I want to give you out. In indices, if you have division, that is two numbers that are the same are dividing each other, what do? You pick one of them and then subtract the powers. If there's division, we subtract the powers, that is indices. So a similar thing is going to happen here now that we are moving on to logarithm. In logarithm, if you have log m over n, log m over n, this is division. So just as in indices, if you are dividing, you subtract. That is how in logarithm, if you are dividing, you subtract 2. This will now be equal to log m minus log n. So we have set out 2 things here: multiplication and division. If you are multiplying indices, you add them. If you are dividing indices, you subtract them. Now let me put out 2 more things. With these 4 things, we are going to be solving questions conveniently. The third thing I want to add up here is that if you have something like this in logarithm, log m raised to the power of p, log m raised to the power of p, what will happen? This power p will move. Let me rewrite it. Log m raised to the power of p. This p will move to this very place here. It will move from the power to the coefficient part. So if we are rewriting this one, it's going to be p log m. Yeah, p log m. That is one of the law. That's the third one. And then the fourth one that I'm going to give you now is log of a number to the same base. Log of a number to the same base is equals to 1. Let's say, for example, log m to base m is equals to what? It's equals to 1. Log m to base m is equals to 1. Log of a number to the same base is equals to 1. Please take note of these 4 things. With these 4 things, we can be able to handle so many questions. Let's handle just one question. After that, okay. Example 1. Given that log 2 is equal to 0.30103. Given that log 2 equals to 0.30103 and log 3 is equal to 0.47712, comma, calculate without using tables. Calculate without using tables. A, log 5. Now, this is the example we are going to solve. After that, I will give you 2 questions to solve. Then in our next class, we are going to solve those 2 questions as correction. Now, please watch out. The question says log 5. When you have something like this, you look at it. If this is multiplication law or division law or power or the same base, those 4 things that I gave you, log 5. And don't forget, log 2 is given and log 3 is given. Now that you have log 5, now let me just cite an example so that you figure out what to do. Supposing you are given log 6, what are you going to do? You will expand this log 6. Log 6 will be the same thing as log 3 times 2. 3 times 2 is 6. So you see, I can apply multiplication law here. I can apply multiplication law here. That will be log 3 plus log 2. Then I'll work it out. Lucky enough, log 2 has been given, the value is there, and log 3 has been given, the value is there. So if it were log 6, I will expand it like this. It will become multiplication, and then I'll apply the law of multiplication and do my work. Now it's log 5. You can't expand log 5. So what will I do? I will think of going into division. Maybe division will work out for me in log 5. Log 5 can now be written as log 10 divided by 2. Yes. 10 divided by 2 will give me 5. If I work on log 10 and also that of 2, I will get my answer. Even though I don't have log 10 inside this place. Log 2 is given, log 3 is given, I don't have log 10. But notwithstanding, let's move on. This is division, 10 divided by 2. Let's apply the law of division. This will now be log 10 minus log 2. Because we say in division, we subtract. Log 10 divided by 2 is the same thing as log 10 minus log 2. Now take note of this. Log 10 means log 10 base 10. Whenever the base is not written, I want you to take note of this and don't forget. Whenever the base is not written, consider the base to be base 10. But if it is not base 10, it will be written. If it is base 2, you will see 2 here. If it is base 2, you will see 2. If it is base 4, you see 4. Any base, you will see it. But if it is not written, it's base 10. So therefore, this is the same thing as log 10 base 10 minus log 2 base 10. Because the base is not written. The base is not written is base 10. So at this point, I can use the same base. We say a number having the same base is log of a number with the same base is 1. So log 10 base 10 is 1. Log 10 base 10 is 1. Here is our minus. Then log 2. Log 2 is given to us in the question. Log 2, this is the value of log 2. That's what's the value there? 0.30103. This is the value of log 2. Log 10 gave us 1. This is our minus. Log 2, 0.30103 because it's given in the question. Let's do this subtraction. 1 minus 0.30103 will be equal to 0.69897, and that's our answer. That's our answer. So I have solved this question. I will leave you with questions to solve. You are going to solve just 2 questions for me. Solve these questions. The same question, given that log 2 equals to 0.30103 and log 3 equals to 0.47712. The same question, we are going to solve for these questions for me. Log 6. Do for log 6. And the second one, solve for log 0.9. Log 6 and log 0.9. So that is where we are going to stop for today. Don't forget to click the subscription button if you are yet to do that. Do have a nice day. Goodbye.